retention is the most important number in your agency, and everybody tends to be front end sales focused. But I've learned from like 14 years, 15 years of doing this, that if you just get clients and don't keep them, you're not actually going anywhere, especially if those clients leave unhappy. Like I see this all the time where people post wins, like signed a client, got like 10 grand. Of course, 3 months later, that client's like, give me a fucking refund, I hate you, right? Like that's not progress to me in an agency. Even though on the surface, you can show that off in a group and everybody's really proud of you. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, but the real test to me is when client payment number 13 comes in, when client payment number 25 comes in, like those are the real milestones that you're building something substantial that's going somewhere. And nobody puts like, hey, the client paid me the 16th time in a row. And I would say the two biggest things that I see people drop in this, and one of those is the first impression. So I think the way a lot of people do onboarding, and I used to be guilty of this, so I'm not like, pointing any fingers at anyone, but like I always just look at it like, can you just give me the passwords and the login so I can get started? And so and it comes from this place where usually, like, at least I felt like this pressure to perform right away. Like I gotta get the login so I can show you like some ROI, and it was like a race to the ROI. And as you know, Josh, like the biggest thing they're actually dealing with on their end is buyer's remorse. Did I just make a stupid decision? Did I just get ripped off by another smooth talking salesperson? So there's a step before that. And I call that step not onboarding, but I call that step welcome aboard versus onboard. And welcome aboard is like welcoming a member to your family. So how we do this is one of the things that we do is I use edible arrangements. And for about $50, edible arrangements will go there. We have like a salted caramel apple. We have a standardized note, but they are so unbelievably fast, Josh. Like they're usually there within 3 hours, same day you sign the client. Like it's unbelievable. They're just like, they just signed edible arrangement at the door, welcome. And we send some cookies with it. Everybody at the office is like, what's that? And I'm really, really big on that first impression because you want a client to feel like they just made a good decision to work with you. We also drop a welcome package in the mail at the same time. And because of just the delay in physical snail mail, it takes like a week to get there. So in a lot of ways, they get like 2 or 3 kind of welcomes from us. They also get, but I want them to feel like you're in good hands and you just made a good decision. That's such an important leverage point, especially because I compare it in any niche where they've been in business 10 years or longer, they've been burned by marketers. They've just like, that's just part of the deal. And I compare it a little bit to like beaten wives, where they're like, they've had 6 marketers that all screwed them over, at least from their perspective. And you're the 7th one saying, hey, I'm not abusive. I'm not here to hit you. And they're like, yeah, they're kind of just bracing for the hit. So I think it's really, really important, that leverage point, because it sets the foundation for everything going forwards, those little extras. And so I think it's really important, especially the first 100 days.